All right, let's just get into it, right? I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Welcome to the counselor's office. This is not really my norm. I don't usually make videos about people specifically, but listen up, Destiny 2 community. We've got to talk. We've got to talk. I was literally just going through Twitter on Christmas Eve of all times, right? And I'm hearing a lot of stuff about trials. I never played Checkmate. You know, I know that Destiny, the PvP community, you've been struggling with getting some updates. You've just finally getting some love. I get that, right? I get that. And I don't go out of way to make videos that, especially drama stuff. That's not my thing. If I give criticism, it's towards Bungie. And the only time I've really called anyone out or even said anything specifically is generally to Pete Parson of the Destiny community, because he's the head honcho and he's making all these decisions that are hurting Bungie. But something has come up that we need to talk about. We need to talk about GernaderJake, right? We've got to talk about him. Now, I'm going to say right off the rip, I didn't really know him till recently. And anything that I did know about him was just that he is kind of a bad guy. And most of the people don't like him. And the meme is that he is usually whining about people cheating. It even doesn't matter if you're good or not or whatever. It's usually, if you lose this, you're a cheater. That's the meme that I've heard from most people who talk about him. But I have witnessed and have seen for myself what this man has put out there. And we have to talk about it because there's criticism. Like, I do criticism. I'm going to first to say it. You know what? Criticize away, my man. But then there's what he's doing. So let's check it out, shall we? I wish I could say that this is fake. But this is 100% a now deleted post by GernaderJake. And part of my language, this is not my words. So if you're a kid, I don't know why you're watching this, but here we go. The fucking 3v3 trial playlist is in fucking shambles. Nothing wrong there, right? Get it. Understand. Anger, frustration. And he's doing all caps. So as someone who's in psychology, we'll get to that in a minute. Meanwhile, the folks who are still lucky enough to work at Bungie are sitting around the fireplace drinking eggnog and jerking off to our pain. I fucking hate it here. Destiny PvP community, this is what we need to talk about. We need to call out bad actors like this. We need to call out people. And when I say call out, don't be like GernaderJake and just insinuate or make blatant attacks. Unless it's Pete Parson, by all means, he's a dirtbag. Call him out. And GernaderJake for this post is also a dirtbag. But don't go out of your way to attack people, right? I'm criticizing this. We need to call out this. We need to be better, do better. Because first off, he's obviously angry. All caps lock, right? That is pro-typical of people that are ranting and raving. Secondly, do people say things in anger that they don't mean? Sometimes they mean exactly what they mean because there's no filter there, right? And even when they aren't always, it's not 100% true. There's always a grain of truth in what they're saying. Could they have worded it better? Sure. But let's focus. The top part is whatever, right? If it was just the top part, been there, you know what? Trials is rough. I've heard most people liked Trials currently. But here we are. We have, meanwhile, the folks who are still lucky enough to work at Bungie. That is some low life energy. People at Bungie, developers, are literally, and I made a video about it, are literally living in fear. And this douche canoe has the audacity to say, lucky enough to work at Bungie. Well, you know what, GernaderJake? You are lucky enough to make profit off of someone else's product. You are lucky enough and you have the privilege to make videos, because if they wanted to, they could turn that off. And what would you be able to do then? And someone's going to be saying, they can't do that. Have you seen Nintendo? Have you seen how they have copyrighted people and literally destroyed channels? Yeah, they can. They can do it. Trust me. If Bungie wanted to be spiteful, they could shut him down. Am I advocating for that? Absolutely not. So don't be like, you're just wanting to cancel him. No. What I'm stating is he is over here saying these people are lucky to not have lost their job, and not in such a way like, man, I'm so glad you didn't lose your job, you're really lucky. No, it's, you're lucky you didn't lose your job, you can't even do it. That's the kind of attitude, right? The self-entitlement that, oh, because you're not doing things that I want, you're lucky that you still have your job. And then goes as far, by the way, this is on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, the time for being cheerful, time to be with friends and family, to be happy. And he's raging, caps locked, telling people, you're lucky you have your job. Just stick that dagger in the back, right? And then he goes as far to say they're sitting around the fireplace, drinking eggnog. Okay. Yeah, that's what people are doing. It's the holidays. People are home. They're enjoying themselves. They have done their time. This is their time to have, like, I'm on break. Like, I'm not working. So yes, they deserve a moment to breathe, to be able to be themselves, to have fun, or to have some peace in their life, considering they are probably stressing out 24/7 at their job and jerking off to our pain. Like, that is so unnecessary. You're attacking them for actually enjoying Christmas Eve. Like, what are they supposed to do? Come back on Friday to serve you, Grenader Jake, to serve you? Because let's be honest here. The only reason he's upset is not because of the game. Most people are either on Destiny or off Destiny. It's whatever, right? The reason why he's complaining, it's because it's his money is relied on it. He does trials carries, and I didn't really know that, but now I know that he does dedicated trials carries. He makes money off trials carries, whether it's through subs or through the people watching him and then having ads. That's how he gets he gets money. And so if it's not easy for him, or if things aren't going his way, which he's throwing a fit, caps locked like a child, this is what you get. And this is not acceptable behavior for the PvP community. No one is going to take the PvP community if people with the biggest voices sound like this. Now, it was deleted, but the internet is forever, and that's why we got to talk about it. We're not just going to ignore it. We're not going to just roll it under the rug. This is not acceptable behavior. Then another deleted post. The post says it was deleted. I 100% stand by the principle behind the tweet. Allowing cheaters to freely destroy our PvP playlist when just one person manually monitored the game could solve most of the fucking issue. The way I tweeted was silly. I'm 0% backpedaling here. No, he 100% backpedaled because he deleted both posts. First off, the principle of the tweet was trials is in shambles. It had nothing to do about the other playlist. It was trials specifically that he mentioned because that's where he makes his money. He doesn't really make money in regular Crucible unless people are just watching him. No, carries is where he makes money. Cheaters freely destroy your PvP playlist. First off, granted, I've seen clips, right? It is, there are some cheaters, and there's people using net limiters with DMT. It's crazy, but that's been around for a while. I'm not making an excuse. But the big thing that we need to note here is that this is not new for gaming. This is not new for the gaming world. Cheaters are everywhere. They're in Modern Warfare. They're in Valorant. They're in even in World of Warcraft. Like, cheaters are everywhere. It is not an easy solution to solve. And people aren't going to come back for your weekend at trials, which is what he's ranting or raving about, to fix your game. Because he's literally saying when just one person manually monitoring game could solve most of the fucking issue. It is Christmas Eve when he is posting this. He wants someone to come back to work on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. This is 100% self-entitled. Well, I'm going to meet my... It is self-entitled. This is the behavior. This right here is why the developers don't want to talk to us. This is why they don't want to listen to us. Part of it, not the whole reason, but it's part of it. I mean, this is on level with her almost harassing developers. Not it's like 10% of the level, right? But it's a big issue simply because he has a voice and he has a community who are going to copycat who are going to follow, and they're going to voice the same things. And so if they see him being rude and disrespectful and just attacking people, they're going to do that. They're going to tag developers. They're going to attack Bungie. And listen, there's a lot of crap to call out, and I criticize Bungie. Nothing against it, and I'm not going to be hypocritical and say don't criticize them. But you need to be empathetic. You actually have to use your brain and your heart, not your wallet. And that's what GernaderJake is doing. He's looking at his wallet, his bank account. He's actively wanting someone to come back off their vacation to monitor trials so that he can have an easy weekend, so that he can get paid. Destiny community, we need to call people out like this on their bullcrap. This is why I tell people, do not listen to content creators or streamers when it comes to how the game should be, because they have a different priority than you and me as a veteran who spends a god awful enough amount of time in this game that I should. Even people who are just coming in, you should not listen to people like this. Even if you're a PvP main, I would not listen to guys like GernaderJake, because they are here for money. They do not play for fun. They do not play for fun. They play because their livelihood depends on getting views, getting subscribers, getting followers, getting money is the game. So they're going to want the game to be shaped around what's best for them in making money, what's easiest, what's more comfortable for them. They're not looking for the fun factor for the community. They're looking at what can fill their wallet. And that's the bottom dollar. This is just self-entitlement, which is this something that the Destiny community has a problem with? Yes, everyone has self-entitlement. Even Salty Greppo has some self-entitlement. I have self-entitlement to what I want, right? But I'm not out here demanding developers to come back from their break on Christmas Eve to watch and babysit a playlist. Get out of here. We need to call people out on their bullcrap. This is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. Even if you are a GernaderJake fan and you are a follower, you need to call him out. We need to do better and be better, because at the end, it only hurts him. And if it hurts him, it hurts you as a community. It hurts us as a community. Like, who's going to take us serious if we have people like here clowning around? You better come back from break. And then here's another tweet. Locked replies, deletes the Bungie employee tweet. This guy needs to pick a side. Like, I get it. Having your personal life attacked by people in game, it's horrible. But if you are going to say something direct towards Bungie, at least say it with your chest. Yeah, I mean, he's a coward. Like, if you're going to say you're not backpedaling and then you delete it, you need to own it, right? If you delete it, it means you recognize that you made a mistake. I appreciate the people at Bungie. It's clear the environment there has been rough. No, you don't. You don't appreciate Bungie. You made a rant saying that they're at home enjoying their time with their family and jerking off to your pain, and that you demand that someone comes back from their break on Christmas Eve of all times and Christmas Day to make sure that you can be able to do carries and get paid. It's clear the environment there has been rough. No, is it clear? Is it clear? I don't know. 100 people lost their jobs. The company may go down under. Man, who would have thought? And I'm sure navigating everything these past few months hasn't been easy. I just wish blatant cheaters. So these are two disconnected issues, right? I wish blatant cheaters and active harassers would be dealt with. I lose my cool when I play the same people who have been hardcore cheating for months. Playing in clans with my wife's name and info in the bio, and no one does anything to say about it. This is two different things. There is complaining about something not being done, and then on Christmas Eve demanding and attacking people when they're on break and expecting them to come to fix your game. Like, having one person to monitor during Christmas Eve and Christmas would solve the problems. Those are two different situations. This is okay. I understand having complaints about this, especially when it's your personal information. I understand, brother. But this is you completely ignored this. You didn't care about this. I love this game. I love this community. No, you don't. love the money. I hate needing to question my love for either, but lately I've been forced too often. No, you were a douchebag. You were upset because you didn't like the way things are going, and you're one of the very few people that I've seen people complain about cheaters, but like I said, his livelihood matters on trials carries. And that's why he's the most open that I've seen and heard. In fact, it was all over Twitter. That's how I got involved in the situation. That's how I got involved. It's because of this. Like, this is not okay. We need to call it out and hold them responsible. Hold them like, hey, you messed up. You need to own up, saying, hey, I apologize, Bungie. I was a douchebag. Expecting you to come during the holiday weekend to serve me is not okay. They're not slaves, though I am sure the head honchos of Bungie, the real douchebags, actually do treat them like slaves. The last thing they need is someone in the community trying to use them like slaves too. It really irks me, because this is why no one wants to take us serious, is because we have douchebags that do this. He may be a great guy for all. I'm not saying he's a douchebag all the time. In the situation, he is 100% a douchebag. He may be the greatest guy, and every other time in the community is just up his butt all the time for no reason. But for this very specific reason, he is a douchebag, and we should not tolerate this behavior, especially in the PvP community, because people don't really take PvP serious, and this is only going to increase that specific. We need to call, like, for people to say, hey, we don't endorse this. We don't stand by it. It's not okay. We need to be better and do better, and hope that Bungie is better and does better. But no one's going to pay attention to 12-year-olds throwing tantrums. Just saying. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, comment down below. Let me know in your opinions down below. Until next time, don't forget to be the best version of yourself, and game out.